It's been a busy week of activities at the Intra-African Trade Fair as it returned to Egypt for the first time since its inauguration in Cairo in 2018.
I think it has been a huge success, going by the number of exhibitors, going by the number of visitors, going by the huge transactions that took place. I think this is, without doubt, probably the most successful IATF ever held.
According to data published by the Afrexim Bank, which handles the biannual event in collaboration with the African Union and AFCFTA, this year's edition recorded the highest number yet of exhibitors and participants. More than $23 billion worth of trade and investment deals were signed as the fair attracted over 1,600 exhibitors from at least 118 countries. Meanwhile, the number of visitors during the week-long event reached 28,000. The event was attended by the presidents of Egypt, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. The forum focused on promoting trade between African countries, especially the intra-African trade, which currently stands at just over 16% of its total exports, which is almost 4 times lower than the intra-European trade.
One of the reasons that intra-African trade is low is because we don't have enough to trade. We have supply-side constraints. So we need to industrialize to be able to trade with each other.
Improving business climate for companies and startups dominated the agenda during most sessions at the gathering, which kicked off on November 9th.
Looking at the African market, like last year, startups raised around $6.4 billion of funding. It's a big number, right? And there's definitely one of the fastest growing startup ecosystems around the world, yet it's just 2% of the global VC funding. Very, very small.
Experts say building proper infrastructure for easier transport of goods, commodities, banking and financial services while enhancing customs cuts and reducing trade barriers are essential.
Every African country should endeavor to ensure that visa restrictions are removed. And also, I think we need to support the Afrexim Bank in its drive and ambition to allow African countries to use their local currencies to, to trade with one another.
Besides financing industrialization and inter-trade, the Afrexim Bank has also pledged $1 billion for the cultural and creative nexus to be established in Cairo to promote creative talents on the continent.
In the youth sector and the sector of the creatives and cultural space, South Africa is very ready and abuzz with the possibilities of a lot of contribution to the African economy, but I'm sure beyond that.
And as delegates bid farewell to the IATF in Cairo, there is optimism of even greater trade deals before the next edition that will be hosted by Algeria in 2025.